but they could never extinguish the ancestral spark. Listen to the elder, listen to the wise. Look at the history right in front of your eyes. Chant it down, chant it down. The voice of the ancient is making a sound. Chant it down, chant it down. The roots of the tree are deep in the ground. Chant it down, chant it down. The voice of the ancient is making a sound. Chant it down, chant it down. The roots of the tree are deep in the ground. Marcus Garvey told us, he gave us the sight to walk out of the darkness and walk into the light. The Black Star Liner is coming to the shore. We are not going to bow to the system anymore. I hear the trumpet blowing from the mountain so high, a heavy vibration that is reaching the sky. We hold on to the culture, we hold on to the root. We are feeding the mind with the natural fruit. Chant it down, chant it down. The voice of the ancient is making a sound. Chant it down, chant it down. The roots of the tree are deep in the ground. Chant it down, chant it down. The voice of the ancient is making a sound. Chant it down, chant it down. The roots of the tree are deep in the ground. No water can wash it, no fire can burn. The lesson of the Father is what we have to learn. They try to erase it and hide it away, but the truth is arising in the light of the day. So beat on the drum and blow on the horn. A new generation of the righteous is born. Chant it down, chant it down. The voice of the ancient is making a sound. Chant it down, chant it down. The roots of the tree are deep in the ground. Chant it down, chant it down. The voice of the ancient is making a sound. Chant it down, chant it down. The roots of the tree are deep in the ground. Remember the ancestors. Marcus Garvey words, keep the roots strong.
They put the book up on the table and tell you to read, planting the Babylon illusion and the wicked seed. They say a man came sailing from across the ocean blue, and tell me that the history they wrote is very true. But how can you discover a land where people live, taking everything we have and got nothing left to give? The teacher in the classroom is telling another lie, but the consciousness of Jah is rising to the sky. I know the false discoverer, writing the life of the brother and the sister. I know the false discoverer, hiding the truth from the generation over. I know the false discoverer, writing the life of the brother and the sister. I know the false discoverer, hiding the truth from the generation over. We're standing on the sand, long before the conqueror upon the land. You bring the sword and the shackle and the heavy iron chain, and try to wash the memory away inside the rain. But the spirit of the ancient is whispering in the breeze. We are looking at the blood you spilled across the 7 seas. You claim it for the kingdom and you claim it for the crown, but the righteous generation is going to tear it down. I know the false discoverer, writing the life of the brother and the sister. I know the false discoverer, hiding the truth from the generation over. I know the false discoverer, writing the life of the brother and the sister. I know the false discoverer, hiding the truth from the generation over. And take away the name. We are not going to carry the burden of your shame. The trumpet is blowing and the message is so clear. The end of the colonial illusion is drawing near. We are chanting down the empire and chanting down the line, lifting up the meditation up into the sky. I know the false discoverer, writing the life of the brother and the sister. I know the false discoverer, hiding the truth from the generation over. I know the false discoverer, writing the life of the brother and the sister. I know the false discoverer, hiding the truth from the generation over. Tell the truth, no more lies. Original people.
Sun rising over the hill. The morning is quiet and the valley is still. I leave all the Babylon city behind, seeking the peace and the rest for my mind. Jah is the driver and he knows the way, guiding the righteous through the heat of the day. The water is pure and the air is so clean, the most beautiful creation that I have never seen. Whoa. Where the river run, the creation mountain, where the ancestors sleep. Creation mountain, where the river run, the creation mountain, where the ancestors sleep. Whoa. Sitting in the shade of the mango tree, the bird in the branch is singing to me. No siren is wailing and no engine is loud, just the peak of the mountain touching the clouds. They build up the concrete and block out the light, living in the shadow of the artificial night. But I plant my foot on the natural ground, listening to the universal sound. Whoa. Creation mountain, where the river run, the creation mountain, where the ancestors sleep. Creation mountain, where the river run, the creation mountain, where the ancestors sleep. Whoa, whoa. The root of the earth is providing the food, elevating the spirit and lifting the mood. I read up the chapter and meditate long, turning the scripture right into a song. The breath of the Father is blowing the leaf, bringing the ultimate and natural relief. Creation mountain, where the river run deep. Creation mountain, where the ancestors sleep. Creation mountain, where the river run deep. Creation mountain, where the ancestors sleep. Oh, creation mountain, where the river run deep. Creation mountain, where the ancestors sleep. Creation mountain, where the river run deep. Creation mountain, where the ancestors sleep. Natural living, set on him. Give thanks.
Waking in the morning before the sun rise, looking at the struggle right in front of my eyes. Walking on the concrete and walking on the stone, working for the master down to the very bone. The pressure of the system is resting on the back, pushing the righteous off the living track. But the fire inside is keeping me alive, teaching the generation exactly how to survive. Heavy is the burden and dry is the land, but I keep walking with the staff in my hand. Heavy is the burden and dry is the land, but I keep walking with the staff in my hand. Heavy is the burden and dry is the land, but I keep walking with the staff in my hand. Heavy is the burden and dry is the land, but I keep walking with the staff in my hand. The bucket is empty and the cupboard is bare. The man in the mansion doesn't really care. They give you the fraction and take away the whole, trying to put a price upon the human soul. The sweat on the forehead is falling to the dirt, living in the middle of the sorrow and the hurt. But the root is so deep and the trunk is so wide, with the spirit of the ancient walking by my side. Heavy is the burden and dry is the land, but I keep walking with the staff in my hand. Heavy is the burden and dry is the land, but I keep walking with the staff in my hand. Heavy is the burden and dry is the land, but I keep walking with the staff in my hand. Heavy is the burden and dry is the land, but I keep walking with the staff in my hand. So carry the weight of the Father and the Son. The journey of the righteous is never fully done. They try to break the back and they try to bend the knee, but the mind of the conscious is eternally free. The physical body is tired and so weak, but the voice of the prophet is ready to speak. Heavy is the burden in my hand. Heavy is the burden and dry is the land, but I and I keep walking with the staff in my hand. Keep on walking. Yes, so Marcus Garvey words, stand up firm. Listen to the beating of the motherland drum, telling all the people where the righteous come from. Blood of the king and the blood of the queen, the strongest foundation that the world has ever seen. We carry the history lit inside the mind, leaving all the chain and the shackle behind. Stand up tall and hold up your head, remembering the words that the prophet said. I and I possess the royal black soul, written in the ancient and the sacred scroll. I and I possess the royal black soul, written in the ancient and the sacred scroll. I and I possess the royal black soul, written in the ancient and the sacred scroll. I and I possess the royal black soul, written in the ancient and the sacred scroll. Marcus Garvey told us to unite and be strong, singing out the freedom in a redemption song. Look to the east for the crowning of the king. Hear the melody that the generations sing. They try to paint the history in a different shade, but the memory of the ancient will never fade. The root is extending across the deep blue sea, connecting every branch of the liberation tree. And I possess the royal black soul, written in the ancient and the sacred scroll. I and I possess the royal black soul, written in the ancient and the sacred scroll. I and I possess the royal black soul, written in the ancient and the sacred scroll. I and I possess the royal black soul, written in the ancient and the sacred scroll. No more bowing down to the Babylonian way, stepping in the light of the brand new day. The trumpet is sounding with a militant tone, calling all the scattered children back to their own. We build up the mind and we educate the youth, standing on the pillar of the universal truth. Oh, I and I possess the royal black soul, written in the ancient and the sacred scroll. I and I possess the royal black soul, written in the ancient and the sacred scroll. I and I possess the royal black soul, written in the ancient and the sacred scroll. I and I possess the royal black soul, written in the ancient and the sacred scroll. Royal soul, Marcus Garvey word, stand up firm. Whoa, yeah. Whoa, yeah. Whoa, yeah. Speaking on the prophet, the man from St. Anne's Bay, yeah. Teaching the people to walk in the righteous way, yeah. They try to silence the voice and lock him in the cell, but the truth of the Father is ringing like a bell, yeah. He told us of the whirlwind and the coming of the storm, waiting for the day that the Black Star Liner is born. But the people were blind and they couldn't see the light, walking in the middle of the Babylonian night. Marcus told them, but they wouldn't believe. Marcus told them how the wicked deceive. Marcus told them, but they wouldn't believe. Marcus told them how the wicked deceive.
the grave, but the word is a seed that is planted in the earth, waiting for the season of the glorious birth. Look at the prophecy unfolding in the street. The system of the oppressor is facing the defeat. You sold out the brother for a pocket of gold, but the story of the ancient is going to be told. Marcus told them, but they wouldn't believe. Marcus told them, all the wicked deceit. Marcus told them, but they wouldn't believe. Marcus told them, all the wicked deceit. So blow on the trumpet and beat on the drum. Tell all the generation where the message come from. We carry the banner of the red, gold and green, the greatest liberation that the world has ever seen. No weapon can stop it and no prison can hold. The spirit of the Garvey is brave and so bold. Marcus told them, but they wouldn't believe. Marcus told them, how the wicked deceive. Marcus told them, but they wouldn't believe. Marcus told them, how the wicked deceive. Yeah, Satan's bed. Whirlwind is coming. Oh yeah, Marcus Garvey words. Yeah. Marcus told them, but they wouldn't believe. Marcus told them, how the wicked deceive. Marcus told them, but they wouldn't believe. Marcus told them, how the wicked deceive. Yeah, Satan's bed. Whirlwind is coming. Yeah. Marcus Garvey words. Do you remember the days of the chain? Walking in the sun and working in the rain. They put the heavy iron right up on the foot and tried to burn away the ancient and the root. The mother and the father taken from the land, working in the field with the blister on the hand. They take away the name and give us a new one, working in the heat of the Babylonian sun. I remember the scar of the whip, the heavy, heavy burden on the wooden ship. I remember the scar of the whip, the heavy, heavy burden on the wooden ship. I remember the scar of the whip, the heavy, heavy burden on the wooden ship. I remember the scar of the whip, the heavy, heavy burden on the wooden ship. You tell me to forget and leave it in the past, but the memory of the suffering is always going to last. The tear is in the eye and the blood is on the ground, listening to the silence and the terrifying sound. The master in the house is drinking from the glass, while the people in the field are sleeping in the grass. But the spirit of the righteous can never be contained, even when the physical body is chained. I remember the scar of the whip, the heavy, heavy burden on the wooden ship. I remember the scar of the whip, the heavy, heavy burden on the wooden ship. I remember the scar of the whip, the heavy, heavy burden on the wooden ship. I remember the scar of the whip, the heavy, heavy burden on the wooden ship. inside the bone. Walking through the valley of the shadow all alone. The trumpet is crying and the drum is beating slow, telling every generation what they have to know. The fire is burning the plantation to the ground, and the truth of the ancient is finally found. I remember the scar of the whip, the heavy, heavy burden on the wooden ship. I remember the scar of the whip, the heavy, heavy burden on the wooden ship. I remember the scar of the whip, the heavy, heavy burden on the wooden ship. I remember the scar of the whip, the heavy, heavy burden on the wooden ship. Never forget.
They look at the dreadlocks upon the head, and they do not understand the words that are said. Living in the city but the mind is in the wood, trying to do the things that the righteous man should. They point the finger and they laugh and they stare. I is walking in the Father's care. The food is natural and the water is pure. The medicine of Jah is the ultimate cure. Holding on to the roots tradition, fulfilling the ancient and sacred mission. Holding on to the roots tradition, fulfilling the ancient and sacred mission. Holding on to the roots tradition, fulfilling the ancient and sacred mission. Holding on to the roots tradition, fulfilling the ancient and sacred mission. Social living is the best for the youth, teaching the generation the universal truth. We do not need the chemical or the plastic thing. Listen to the melody that the elders sing. They try to change the culture and dilute the mind, leaving all the Babylonian system behind. The foundation is solid and the pillar is strong, chanting down the wicked with a righteous song. Holding on to the roots tradition, fulfilling the ancient and sacred mission. Holding on to the roots tradition, fulfilling the ancient and sacred mission. Holding on to the roots tradition, fulfilling the ancient and sacred mission. Holding on to the roots tradition, fulfilling the ancient and sacred mission. The chalice is burning and the smoke is so sweet, walking in the rhythm with the dust on the feet. The King of Kings is sitting right upon the throne. We are never walking in the valley alone. So let them talk and let them run their mouth. The message is spreading to the north and the south. Holding on to the roots tradition, fulfilling the ancient and sacred mission. Holding on to the roots tradition, fulfilling the ancient and sacred mission. Holding on to the roots tradition, fulfilling the ancient and sacred mission. Holding on to the roots tradition, fulfilling the ancient and sacred mission. Natural living, hold the faith, I and I. Father passed away, but I see the Father in the light of the day. They print the paper and they spread the rumor around, but I hear the Father in the thunderous sound. wicked man laugh and the foolish man mock. But I build my house upon the solid rock. They look for the divine in the concrete and steel. But they cannot understand how the natural feel. The breath in the lung and the beat in the chest. Providing the ultimate and spiritual rest. The Creator is living, ever sure. 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 You can look to the east and look to the west. The ultimate truth is putting us to the test. The water of life is flowing so free. From the mountain top right down to the sea. The Alpha and Omega, the first and the last. Present in the future and present in the past. The Creator is living, ever sure. 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 Ever living, never die. Nyabinghi order.
Gather all the children and let them sit around. Listen to the elder and listen to the sound. Open up the book of the ancient history, unlocking all the door and revealing mystery. They teach you in the school about the conqueror and king, but they never teach you the song that the ancestors sing. We have to lift the veil and remove the heavy blind, pouring the water of wisdom on the fertile mind. The African teacher is coming to the town, lifting up the youth and never pulling them down. The African teacher is spreading the word, elevating the mind like a beautiful bird. The African teacher is coming to the town, lifting up the youth and never pulling them down. The African teacher is spreading the word, elevating the mind like a beautiful bird. Long before the ship and long before the chain, the royal generation was ruling the domain, building up the pyramid, reaching to the sun, teaching the mathematics that's trying to deceive. The library is open and the page is very clear. The end of the ignorance is finally drawing near. We celebrate the scholar and we celebrate the wise, seeing all the glory right in front of our eyes. The African teacher is coming to the town, lifting up the youth and never pulling them down. The African teacher is spreading the word, elevating the mind like a beautiful bird. The African teacher is coming to the town, lifting up the youth and never pulling them down. The African teacher is spreading the word, elevating the mind like a beautiful bird. Read the book, know yourself, open your mind.
Love is Wawal, Elad, Wawal, Elad. They build up the wall and they lock the gate, thinking they can control the ultimate fate. The leader is arrogant and the system is blind, leaving the suffering of the people behind. But the foundation shaking and the pillar is weak. The time has come for the prophet to speak. Look at the empire built upon the sand, falling down by the power of the Father's hand. Empire falling, crashing to the ground. Listen to the heavy and the terrifying sound. Empire falling, crashing to the ground. Listen to the heavy and the terrifying sound. Empire falling, crashing to the ground. Listen to the heavy and the terrifying sound. Empire falling, crashing to the ground. Listen to the heavy and the terrifying sound. They have the weapon and they have the tank, putting all the money inside the wicked bank. But the wealth of the wicked is going to melt away when they have to face the judgment day. The lion is roaring from the mountain peak, defending the innocent and defending the weak. You cannot fight the fire with a drop of rain. The kingdom of the righteous is ready to reign. Empire falling, crashing to the ground. Listen to the heavy and the terrifying sound. Empire falling, crashing to the ground. Listen to the heavy and the terrifying sound. Empire falling, crashing to the ground. Listen to the heavy and the terrifying sound. Empire falling, crashing to the ground. Listen to the heavy and the terrifying sound. So gather the righteous and step out of the way. The Babylonian city is burning today. No place to hide and no place to run. The work of the Almighty is finally done. The smoke is rising and covering the sky, but the children of the Father are flying so high. Empire falling, crashing to the ground. Listen to the heavy and the terrifying sound. Empire falling, crashing to the ground. Listen to the heavy and the terrifying sound. Empire falling, crashing to the ground. Listen to the heavy and the terrifying sound. Empire falling, crashing to the ground. Listen to the heavy and the terrifying sound. Wall is coming down, Babylon is falling. Stand up firm. I see the vessel coming over the tide, with the door of liberation standing open wide. We are packing up the bundle and leaving the shore. We are not going to cry in the city no more. The captain is ready and the compass is true, sailing across the ocean so deep and so blue. The prophet was speaking of this beautiful day when the children of the ancient are walking away. shore. We are leaving the Babylon forevermore. The journey was long and the water was cold, but the spirit of the righteous is brave and is bold. We carry the memory of the mother and the father, crossing over the mighty and the perilous water. Look at the mountain rising up in the light, the most glorious vision after the dark night. The anchor is dropping in the ultimate peace, where the suffering and the sorrow are going to cease. Sailing away to the eastern shore, where the Lion of Judah is going to roar. Sailing away to the eastern shore. We are leaving the Babylon forevermore. Sailing away to the eastern shore, where the Lion of Judah is going to roar. Sailing away to the eastern shore. We are leaving the Babylon forevermore. So sing out the song and blow on the horn. The beautiful era is finally born. The family is gathering under the tree, living in the ultimate harmony. We kiss on the soil and we bless up the land, walking together hand in the hand.